This is another episode of The It Factor. Today I have a great guest, one of my great friends, my buddy, man, Dasmin. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Dasmin. Me and Jeremy actually met in undergrad at Clark Atlanta, and we was both computer science majors. So we just here catching up.
Yes, yes. So, man, I'll first start off with, how was it learning computer science at Clark Atlanta University?
Learning computer science at Clark was it was kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard, but it took patience, communication, and just like staying on top of your work and just being like connected with your peers. And that us being connected really got us through like the program.
Right about that, because, man, I know all them tests, all type of getting together doing projects is like, look, I need help. I don't know who you is, but I need to get to know you. Like, we used to have a whole class form, like, sign up first day. Like, whoever don't sign it, like, look, we can't help you, man, because you ain't trying to help yourself. So I feel like that got us through for real, believe it or not. Like, it really did look out. So
and just like discussing like which classes to take or which like professor to take, like all that different type of stuff like really helped. If it wasn't for, I'm gonna be honest, if it wasn't for us helping each other, then I don't know how we would have passed.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That would not be my major no more. That would have been like, all right, y'all take it easy. Y'all got that struggling that. Go ahead. Because I know when we first started, the advisors, like, don't get me wrong, we had some good people. Like, it was okay. But, like, first off, we had to take something that we didn't know, you didn't learn in high school. And then you had to get to know professors of a different nationality that didn't speak the same language. They get mad that you don't know something and you like, hey, wait, I'm just now learning this, man. Like, what's going on? So the fact that we was able to persevere there, I know everything else. You had plan, I got plan, we're going to be fine. No problem. So how was it working in corporate America? What changes? How was it working in corporate America?
For me, working in corporate America, I didn't like it. Okay. It actually gave me some sort of post-traumatic stress. If I'm being like, just not seriously, but just think about it just made me cringe. Like, for me, I don't feel like corporate America is more accepting to us as a Black culture. They don't know how to accept that, how our culture influences us. I'm just gonna say that. Right. And it's just like, and they was trying to be more culturally diverse, but it just didn't work for me at all. Working there, I didn't know how to communicate with my managers. They didn't know how to mentor me. What was it? It was just hard communicating with them. And my peers, I couldn't relate to them either because I was the only Black woman on my teams, on all my teams. What else? It was just that line of communication. If they can work with like that line of communication, and I couldn't like put myself in a position where somewhere I didn't relate to. I think that's the biggest reason why I left corporate America, because I couldn't relate and I didn't feel like I was making a difference or a change in the world.
Okay. That's cool. So you say they got to change the communication piece and some more things, because I deal with that too, believe it or not. I'm the only Black male on my team. Been there for a year and a half, and also in other roles that I have worked in the past. And it's like, that's something that does need to change. And that's not my main cause of saying I want to get away from tech. Not saying I'm getting away from it, but you know what I mean? Like, that's the main cause why I'm saying I'm going to be a college professor, because it's like, there I know I can make an impact that I want to make, but at work I'm not. I don't feel as though I'm making the biggest impact I can, because yes, I'm the only Black guy there, and it's cool. I'm a recruiter now. I can bring in different people, that's Black. But it's like, do I really want to bring them in that type of, place? Environment, right. So it's like, do I want to do this? So I battle with that from time to time. Yeah, also battling with like people, like you say, not understanding you. And it's like how do you expect me to succeed if you kind of don't know how to tell me like when I'm wrong or when I'm right, or like, hey, this is how you do this, or you expect me to know everything, and that's not how it works,
Right.
So I understand that. So how has the
communication style and how to adjust to certain different type of black people. If I'm gonna, you get what I'm saying?
Right. Because we
Okay.
all ain't the same. Like y'all,
We
we
all
ain't the
same. We not all the same.
same.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. So, so how has the transition been, from you being, in the tech space, probably as a developer to now, teaching school?
So the change was really drastic, honestly. It took, I guess now it will make a year since I've had tried to do this change. It's teaching is much more like you really have to be like certified or going to school to get certified to be a teacher. Like you really have, it's much more of like connections and using your resources to get into the school systems.
Mm-hmm.
So basically I was working on that for a whole year until I got hired. And I can say it's just so hardcore because we are really trying to make that drastic change for our youth, like to make sure that they are getting the proper educators to, adjust them to the real life.
Right.
So I think my change was necessary and it makes me happy and it makes me feel fulfilled. So yeah.
So yeah, man, that's amazing. So that's like leading into the next question. So we was talking the other day, man. So how are you making, the class like more inviting for the kids, like to learn computer science?
Okay. So I'm just gonna
And I
start
know it's
off.
hard. I know it's hard.
I mean, for me, it's not hard because I relate to my students because I came from an urban community.
Right.
I came from poverty, to be
Right.
honest. So when I put up the forefaced of computer science, I do not say coding. Kids, when you say coding to a kid, to a black kid that look like us, that's in the urban community, they're gonna be like, I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like coding. That's too hard. What are you talking about? So I put up the front of like business analysis, like selling stuff or coming up with the like entrepreneurship. I put up like project management. What else? I said sales engineer, like all that different type of stuff. I do that first,
Great.
and then try to guide them to coding. And it might not be such like a hard piece of coding. It might just be something simple like design this poster or design this like little small piece of website coding. I don't try to put forth the brunt of coding because our kids hate it. Like especially if you heard of code.org, if they have if I tell them to go on there, they're not gonna
they ain't gonna
hate
do
it.
Yeah.
They hate it. And it's just I try to find different ways to like how to relate that to them. Like TikTok, they love TikTok. They about to get rid of TikTok, so we gotta have that conversation with them. But anyway, so with TikTok, I just like try to like engage different like activities with TikToks and just like help them like guide the voice of technology and just use technology in real life terms.
Right.
So that's what I do.
Yeah, man. I remember working at Kendesi in Atlanta while I was at Clark, and a lot of the kids didn't connect with my other coworker because, of course, he wasn't black, but also he was like, "It's coding heavy and this like using all these big terms." And the kids are sitting there like, "I don't like it." But when I came in there, it was like, "Mr. Jeremy know how to teach us. Like he know how to da." So I take over, the class. So after a while, he let me take over, and what I did was, we took that word, like you say, I took the word coding away. I had them kids in there building robots, creating websites, all type of stuff that they wanted to do. I showed them Bebo, MySpace, how we used to use that stuff, and how that code, even Facebook, Instagram. I kind of did those things, and it made the kids like to this day they'll reach out to me, and my frat brothers as well, like and say, "Hey man, y'all the best thing that ever happened to me." Like had it, the reading scores went up, math scores, and this is our school program because we kind of made it different for them. And made them where hey, we're gonna do your homework first, but then we're gonna have some fun, man. So I had them creating robots, all type of stuff, and I liked it doing that, man, because I felt like I was doing something. Like to be honest with you, like I felt like I was doing something. So I commend you for that, man. You keep doing. If you need any ideas, you got me, man. Like I come to the classroom.
I'm definitely like using my resources, and yeah, you can come to the class and visit. I need to have visitors just to show them that it's different. Like. Black people are in the tech field, basically, so they can know, like, hey, we're here.
Yeah, because I definitely would put them on. Like, look, turn on the show. I'm gonna put y'all on to all these jobs that people do that look just like us. Because before I started the show, believe it or not, like I did not know this. Even at work, I did not know that many different positions. In the tech business world, even the entertainment world. I'm like, and black people doing it. I got to get them on the show so we can shine light on that, man. So
yeah.
The fact that you're doing that, like you're in school doing it too, like that's amazing. Like what you may not think it yet, but you like really gonna make an impact on them kids. I already know.
I'm trying, bro.
So, man, what's your ultimate goal? What's your ultimate goal in life, man?
So my ultimate goal is to basically prepare students in STEM and move them to the positions of computer science, and basically prepare them for real world, experiences. So that's my ultimate goal, and just prepare them, man, and so they won't be like me when I went in corporate. I'm like, bro, these people don't know what I'm talking about, or I don't know how to talk to these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just help them, prepare them professionally, and just educate them the route to take. Because I feel like I was just after Clark. I feel like Clark prepared me for my position, but I don't feel like Clark prepared me for that drastic change.
Yeah, it's a big change.
Worlds. So that's what I'm gonna say. So I just want the youth that I teach and mentor to be prepared, just to go out and see the real world and just be prepared. Just be prepared.
You gotta be prepared, man, because you're gonna fail at things, and certain things ain't gonna work. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Corporate America just ain't set. Like a lot of things ain't set up for the black people. Corporate America really not set up, because it's like a lot of things that happen. It's like, how is this happening only to me? And why is it not more of me in this? Like that deters you at the door already. And then on top of that, stuff you have to deal with on a daily basis, like in meetings, you ain't gonna always know what they're talking about. It's like, what you want me to do?
Right.
Do that, and then you don't have nobody to train. And it's like, huh? How do I supposed to get ahead? And then over time, as you grow, you like, you know what? This ain't for me. I'm gonna be fine. We don't quit. We're not quitters. We can adapt to anything. But when we know when something's wrong, it's like, yeah, this.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it was. I tried 2 different companies. My first company I went into, they made it seem like I wasn't doing my job, and I wasn't doing something correctly. So that was an internship actually. But after I left them, I went to my other position, and the same thing. I'm like, can I cuss? I'm like, damn, is it just me? Like,
right. Is it
so
me? Okay. You're like, nah,
this ain't it. A black woman at this point. So I'm like, nah, this ain't it. And I felt miserable every day going to work. I'm like, nah, this. And I knew my senior year at Clark, I knew that I wanted to teach. And I was sad because I'm like, dang, I'm about to get this degree in computer science, and I want to be a teacher now. And so that was part of I had senior year, I really had a deep depression. Like, I lost my dad, and I was going through that change of I didn't want to be in computer science anymore. I wanted to be a teacher.
Right.
So it took me a good 2 years to figure out what I wanted to go back and do my master's in. So now that I got most of everything figured out, I'm pretty straight. I'm good.
I'm proud of you. You persevere, man. Persevere. So, what's your it factor, man? Why you do what you do?
That's a good question.
That's a changer right there. That's the big question of the show right there.
I read it when you sent it to me, and I was like, man, I'm still gonna think about that. And it's just, I think my it factor is because I know how passionate I am about youth and kids and students. I'm the oldest of 5 kids, so my siblings and the kids in my family mean a lot to me. So I can say that children and providing them the rates of achievement to success is my it factor, and just like preparing them for success. And yeah, that's basically my it factor. I feel more passionate and fulfilled when I'm doing that rather than sitting at somebody corporate America office and trying to fulfill other companies, trying to sell their product. I wasn't happy about that. But I feel more like that's my passion, my purpose to walk in. And yeah, my it factor is just to basically help these kids that's from urban community to know that different rates and different type of careers that's for them. They just have to reach out other than basketball, football. I want to be a rapper. I get tired of hearing that. I get tired of hearing that. So yeah. That's my change like that, mindset.
Okay. That's your motto right there, to change the youth mindset there. I respect it, man. So, man, what led you to like disliking coding, man? Like, what made you dislike it?
I could say what made me dislike coding when it wasn't like a purpose. Like I didn't feel like it was a purpose for me to be coding. Like
right, I'm with you.
It's gonna sound blunt, but I'm being honest right now. I didn't feel like I could say college. In college, when I figured out that this is something I didn't want to do, like if a teacher assigned a project or assigned or classwork on this or code this, if it's not something I wanted to code on,
I didn't like it.
I was interested in, and just in this the same way when I went to work at all those different companies and assigned this project, code this, do this. I wasn't interested in it, so it just got boring to me and redundant.
Yes.
And it didn't have no passion. It wasn't fun. It's just, I'm just coding this for somebody else, and they're gonna come back and say, fix this. And they're gonna come back and say, we want this and that. And it's just like, and I just kept getting let down because they don't like it. So you just gotta keep doing it. It's just like, oh my god, it just got irritating.
Yeah, I understand.
But when I teach kids coding, it's pretty decent. But me personally, I don't. Yeah. It's no purpose for me. Yeah, unless I want to like an application or something, you know.
Yeah, at this point, it's kind of got to be for me. Me being a software developer now, it kind of got to be a point of like, I got to really want to do it. You know, even outside of work, a lot of people ask, "Hey, man, you can help me learn this to do it." I'm like, I can help you learn it, you know, because I want to be a teacher, but you know, I'm working to be a professor. But you know, it's like at work, a lot of the stuff we do is kind of repetitive, and then it is a letdown when you know they say, "Hey, go fix this." It's different when it's like, "Hey, go fix this," you know, and you got help probably. But it's different when like, "Hey, you go fix it. You got to do this," and it's like, "What? How am I supposed to do that? If it's wrong, show me how you want it. Like, show me how you want it, man. Like, take some time out your day." And people act like they so busy. Like I'm doing this, and this, and this. And it's like, if you're doing all those things, when you gonna have that done? Because I hear that in meetings every day, and they'll be like, "Hey, man, you're not doing that." Like people have a one-track mind. You're not gonna multitask at work. That's not how that works. So they kind of confuse you. They want to confuse you. So it gets you to the point to where, I mean, I am same point too. Like, not saying I don't dislike coding. I've always been okay at it, but it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, what am I doing now? And I feel like everybody got to have it, you know, that point. You know, even talking to some of my friends, have them on the show, or even talk to them and say, yeah, bro, I don't code no more. I do this now. Or I'm in this type of field, or I do this. It's like, and I respect it because it's like, if I can look at it, you know, if I can look at it and go over somebody else's stuff, I'm not going to be that harsh to be like, oh, you got to go back and fix this and this so and so. I'm like, look, let's work on this together, you know, and I got you. Even people on my team ask me.
That's what corporate America is missing, that mentorship of like, and like I said, that communication style. Just if that was better, everything would, people would love it. But if you notice, a lot of millennials are like not
they're harsh, man. Corporate, like, they're some harsh people. They even harsh their own folks. Cause a guy reached out to me and was like, "Hey, bro, you know, do you think that you know, do you get treated bad for not knowing da da da?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, like I everybody do. You know, it's kind of, we done made it normalized now, but it's really not normal. It's like, this is my job. Like the stuff that y'all been doing, y'all lead developers and stuff. That means y'all know something. So if you know something about these different applications or whatever it is we working on, you can help me out. Like, now I'm just saying, hold my hand, bro. College did that. Like, you ain't got to hold my hand. But what you can do is give me something. Like, help me out at least with something. so that I can learn something from this experience. So I'm with you on that, man. But coding is it, but it ain't it. Nah.
Yeah.
So if you could change anything,
really have a passion for it. Like if somebody had a passion for it, I commend them. Like,
yeah,
is that true passion? I commend you, bro. Like, it wasn't.
It ain't it. Yeah, it ain't. It's not. I think in college it's like I had to do it because it was my major. Yeah. But now it's like I'm not that passionate about it. It's like nah.
I'm not dedicated at all. But for me, it's more like computer science as a whole. Like I like breaking down computer science on a higher level to a lower level to people who not familiar with computer science. That's me. I like to do that. Right. So it's just like I don't like to. I can break down a code to you. That's what I can do. I'm not gonna code or show you like how to do that code unless it's students, you know.
Yeah, that's different. Because we can do it our way, and they ain't gonna get back. Like, oh, this is not how you do it. You can do it. We can do it fun, and it'll make it better experience for the kid and for anyone. Right. I mean, I feel like you can even you get to a point to where you teaching someone. And not saying you make a YouTube or something, but you make a video and people gonna be like, "Wow, I like code. I like the way she explained code, man. You know, she do it way better than my teacher or my professor do." So people need that, man, because it really is a big need. I feel like like
it's just like I look at when you say coding, I see the word strict.
That's the way you got to do it. It's one way you got to do it. Ain't no multiple ways. This the way it's company. The company does it this way, and it's like, okay, and what? And if I do it somewhere else, it's still gonna work. So if it works, like, what's the issue? That's my thing. I'm not getting. I don't get. It's company standard. You shouldn't hard code because you got to do this. And it's like, what is that? What are you talking about? Like, I didn't know I was doing that. They told me to do it. In the standards, it's so much back and forth with corporate America. They're just like, y'all can have it. It'd be a lot of that. I'm like, y'all can have it. Y'all can. They're like, Jeremy, you good? Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm too much of a free spirited. I like to do.
Right. That's why both of us be like, look, I'm gonna get to a point to where I ain't gonna even be doing this no more. And y'all like, what happened to Jeremy? He ain't here no more. What? Yeah, I'm gone. But nah, man. If you could change anything, man, about your past, what would it be?
My past? Maybe I just talked about it when I was I wouldn't change that I was majoring in computer science because I still love computer science. I'll change the route that I took to go into computer science instead of going straight into corporate America. I probably should have took some time, see exactly what I wanted to do instead of I wish I couldn't have those 2.5 years being that miserable. Like I feel like I wasted time, but I still learned a lot. So I just wish I would have knew my passion beforehand.
Yeah.
But with everybody, it takes a lot of time to know what's your purpose. So maybe that's God's plan. But that's probably
God's plan. It always works out. That's what it is.
Yeah, always works out. So you just keep going, keep floating.
All right, man. Yeah. So do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I got some questions.
All right.
So
30 questions out here.
What are you like? How are you preparing for this transition to being a professor?
Man, I don't know. Let me stop. Well, it's kind of like a up and down path of saying, I'm studying to get my MBA now. So with doing that, I also started a show so I can just kind of get used to talking to different people about different things. So just trying to prepare myself for, when I am in the classroom, So what I have been also researching, community colleges that I probably want to teach at in Atlanta before trying to go to a university so that I can try to get my feet wet. So just trying to, and also picking frat brothers, friends, different people that I know that are college professors or even teachers, try to pick their brains and kind of know hey, you doing the right thing? Or, hey, what else do I need to do outside of that?
Right.
Just trying to expand my mind and say, I think I'm on the right path though, because everything since I've been doing it, been going in the right direction since I've been trying to say, this is what I kind of want to do. So I'm 100%. I'm on the road, the path, man. On the path.
Yeah, you're on the road. You should talk to our professors at Clark, because my ultimate goal is to become a adjacent professor plus T. So they was they're very supportive, and you got DeCosmo Shorter. He's actually a adjacent
yeah,
professor.
I talked to DeCosmo.
Okay, yeah, that's my mentor. So yeah, but yeah, I feel like a good bit of all of us want to be a professor, and it's kind of funny because all of us, if you notice, all of us was sick teachers in the classroom. Like,
you would be pulling people to the side, like, "Hey, bro, this is how you do this and this." Because once we learned that we was learning, because at first we was like, "Bro, we got to finesse, because I don't know this stuff." But I thought them first couple classes, like, wait a minute, we kind of do know what we talking about. Hold on, bro, I can show you. And then it'd be people that you just know, like, hey, I don't think this is your major, bro, but we're going to make sure you graduate. That's how good I think we were. You may not know this all the way, bro. We're going to make sure you graduate. You're going to get a job somewhere. Like, all of us are, I would say, successful in our own way.
And that's why I say that all of us wouldn't have graduated if it wasn't for each other, because we was teaching each other. And that's so crazy how all of us kind of want to go into this teaching field now. But, like I said, we was teaching each other. So...
Somewhere deep open your eyes up.
Somewhere deep inside, it was your passion or your purpose.
Because I feel like, but I remember being a TA when I was in engineering program too. And I remember my engineering professor, we even talked to this day. He was like, "I'll back you." I told him I'll get my MBA. He was like, "I'll back you and get you a job at Clark." Like, that's how deep like our friendship is, and just me being his student. And he was just like, when I was his TA, I used to teach the whole class. And he was like, "Look, you're going to be a teacher, man." He's like, "It's great you get your degrees and all, but he's like, we're going to have to push you to see if you're going to get, your master's and your PhD, because you got to be a professor, because you're going to change some kids' lives." And from this day, man, I feel like even with the show, like, start to feel like I'm on the right path to do that. So, and it make me feel so much better, bro, than going to work, I swear, like, any day. If I could do this and get paid every day, I would be like, yeah. But when I do get to that point, I will be fine. Like, I'm good. Like you say, I can sacrifice, That's one thing us as black people can do. And people don't know that. We'll sacrifice to get where we need to be.
Exactly. We'll definitely sacrifice. Definitely. And that's one thing I did for this transition. I sacrificed, like, a lot. Yeah, so what's I want to ask? So what do you think you're gonna be teaching? Like, what subject do you want to teach? Business related stuff, or computer science related stuff, or a mixture?
So I want to do business first, but I also want to do a mixture. But I want to do business solely on the position of, I want to teach kids, bro, before they come out of college, how to buy homes, like things you need to know in college. How to fluctuate your money and stuff like that. The kids that want to take to it, because every kid not gonna take to it. But I wanted it to be like an elective.
Yeah, because I actually, before I got my position with Clayton County, I actually taught finances at this after school program. And a lot of kids, they gear to it, but a lot of kids, they act like they already know everything about finances, which y'all don't, because most of y'all are, if we're going to be bluntly honest, most of y'all are in poverty, and most of y'all are in Section 8 homes, or y'all are on state benefits. So it's like y'all don't know anything about balancing money. So it's just like, it was kind of hard teaching them. That's if what route you want to go in teaching. So it's just like, you just have to find a way to broaden their horizon, really, like, and change their mindset.
Oh yeah, because all I gotta do is come in and be like, I bought a house at 25. Do you guys have a house yet? And I want it, and me being black is not gonna come off as hurting your feelings or coming for you. You know how, like, young kids be thinking.
I'm gonna tell you from experience, because I bought a house at 24. So when I told them that, they was just like, okay, they never seen it happen, so you can't, like, they're gonna be like, okay. So if a kid never seen that happen within their family or within their range, it's not gonna benefit them. So you have to really break down, oh well, I bought my own Xbox at 10 because I saved my money from my allowances. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta start off small.
Small.
Got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely be calling you. Like, look, Dasmin, I need some help. I know you teach the kids, and I teach these grown ups, but I still need help. But nah, man, like I do want to do that though. It ain't no big difference. It ain't no big difference. Nah. Cause some of the stuff, I mean, even decoding that told me, some of my friends have told me, like, bro, these is like teaching some fifth graders. They don't know.
Yeah.
You know, even with this virtual, it's so funny. You're like, man, bro, I can't believe some of the stuff they don't know. It don't make any sense. Right. But yeah. But nah, man, so I would say we pretty much done with the show, man. You know, do you have any shout outs? Anybody you want to shout out? Anything?
I just want to shout out all my CAU CS alumni that I see y'all out there working, and I love y'all to death because y'all the reason we graduated. And I just really appreciate seeing y'all grounding and on this show. Everybody, I know a couple of people you had on your show. You had Austin. They're like, I think me, her, and Courtney are kind of like starting this nonprofit. So eventually, so be on the lookout for that. Okay. And yeah, just shout out to all of them and the Cosmin. Get the Cosmin on your show, man.
I'm gonna get him, man. We've been talking, bro. I'm gonna get him on here. Got it.
And if my professors see this, like me and Morris, you need to send them send the undergrad that's there now. Send them your back there.
I'm gonna have to send them the links, man. I got to, cause they want me to talk to the kids too. I'm like, I'm gonna talk to them. I can't wait till school is back, like so I can be like, I can pull up on the campus. Cause even a recruiting event, man, and no kids ain't show up. It hurt my feelings, man. We had 280 jobs, and they was gonna get hired, cause we was doing it. It was all black, but it's fine. It's gonna get to a point to where we can explain to them, like, hey, man, this is what you're going into. You know, because Clark did the best they could do, but I feel like with us being on the back end of it, be like, look, bro, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you're gonna be fine though, but this is what's gonna happen. You know. So.
And if it takes y'all to like practice interview skills with them, man, it'll be some dope changes if like black people was actually like there to mentorship our other black kids and get in that position in corporate America. If it was that type of mentorship, because I swear when I was there, I didn't feel understood. I felt misunderstood, unaccepted.
I feel like also the black people like that I do know, even at my company, they'll walk past you, bro, and not even say nothing. You like what's up? I'll be like, you know me, we from the South. Like I'll be like, hey, how you doing? You know, and they'd be like, at the first, it like I took it as like, dang, they probably ain't see me, da da da. But after a while, I was like, you know what, man, get y'all people, go home. But it's some people that do pull you to the
black people are just like us, like. I might go to work and be like, okay, this just work. I ain't really trying to like have that connection with y'all. Cause when I go home, I'm a whole different type of person.
Right.
But I want to change it. But other people can go to work and they be the same person at work and at home.
Oh yeah, nah.
Me, no. That switch is instantly. Like that switch is instantly like on my work stuff. When I go home to the crib. Is that
a whole nother, you know, Jay out that thing. What's up?
I'm a whole nother person. So
yeah, I understand. That switch up real though. Cause even though we've been virtual, when I do work at home, they'll be like, hey, you know, we have a meeting. And they'll be like, hey, how you doing? You know what's going on, you know. And I'll be the man case. I got jerseys in the back. I don't care what's going on in the back. I'm like, everything back there, hey, how y'all doing? Speak professionally. But when I turn that thing off, I'm like, man, you know, man, wrong with them. I'm just trying to get this job done. Then another thing was when I first started, people work, they older, so they'll work till like 5, 6 o'clock. Jeremy get off at 3 because I'm being there before y'all, and I'm gonna leave before y'all. Forget all that work. The work, no, I'm gonna work my hours, and I'm leaving. Like I'll get my work. If I don't get it done, it'll be done tomorrow. You know, so I don't get that. I never will get that. You know, you got to be passionate to say you're gonna work for somebody else. And I'm going to overdo it.
You got to be passionate about your job. But them old people in corporate, they be passionate. They feel like they making a difference in corporate. Like, they know they making a difference. I ain't even going to say, because, hey, if you need help, that's who you go to. You ask them older people.
They're like, I know him personally. I know him. I'm like, all right. Okay, cool. Since you know him, can you help me out do this?
That's what keep their corporate running right now. Them older people like.
And they won't leave a job either. They won't leave.
They won't leave. They loyal.
Us young people leaving. They won't leave.
I'll leave it in a heartbeat.
If I ain't happy, not even if I ain't happy. If it ain't for me, that's what it is. If it ain't for me, it's like, all right, I got it. But you know you're gonna be making. Nope, it's fine. I'll take a pay cut, bro. It ain't about the money. That's what people be forgetting. The older you get, the more you notice. If you're smart, it's not about the money. The money's gonna come. It's not about the money. It's about helping somebody else, man. So
full.
And I end the show on that one right there. So man, thank you, for being on It Factor.
For your purpose.
Yes. What'd you say though?
I said it's not about the money, y'all. Fulfill your purpose.
You got to, man. Well, thank you, man. I love you, man. I'm thankful that you be on the show and hold it down, dog. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Love you too. And continue to be great, man. Proud of you.
Thank you.